break every rule in this dumb code of conduct.
It is the Morning Mayhem on TransAfricaRadio.
Let's stick it to the man.
Hey guys, this is Demor. I'm right here at TransAfricaRadio. I've just had an awesome interview with Thabang Mashile.
Time now is exactly 15 minutes past 10 o'clock Central African time. It is the third and of course the final now of the show. And of course right now it is time for hashtag School of House, blessing you with nothing but some of the dopest house tunes that Africa has to offer. And of course today we are joined by a legend. This guy has actually been in the game for a very long time. And of course he was actually part of Shana. And one thing that I also remember is that he actually began as a member of Moy River Cultural Group. In the stew we've got Demor, Mr. Demor Skosana. How old is she?
She's 4.
Oh, she's 4.
Yeah.
Akahluphi kodwa yena.
Hayi akahluphi. Uthanda ukucula nje so noma ngikhathele uthi asicule phela.
Uzongiculela zama, ngicela ungiculele. We've got the super talented Demor. And of course, like I said, this guy was actually part of Shana, which was actually a group between the likes of Black Coffee was also part of it. And you were actually the producer of that group, you know. How did Shana actually form, my brother?
Obviously, I'm older than the boys.
Okay.
So I was a senior student. So mabefika bebethanda studio and
sure.
Nami besengenze sure ukuthi there was my territory.
Okay. Also, you marked your own territory, right?
You know. So yeah, and belokhu bafuna isikhiye bafuna ukungena studio and then
sure.
I was like, okay, since we like the same things, you know. Come through, and then that's how Shana was born.
Oh, that's how Shana was born.
It was back in the late 90s. Yeah.
So you guys all met together at DUT.
Yeah. Studying music. Yeah.
And one thing that I also learned is that you were actually a producer, songwriter, and of course a beat maker. And of course, mostly then you were actually working with upcoming artists. Like, oh yeah.
Mbata has been a director at Joa's Celebration for almost 11 years now. But back then, bafike like me in school, and since I was the guy who made the studio, sure. So I would call them to come and sing on the compositions. That cause me the reason why I went to school of music. I wanted to be the best producer, the best songwriter. So it was perfect to identify this talent and it come through. Let's work in the studio.
Now, fam, like you say that you went to school to actually study music, you know, in order to be the best producer and of course the best songwriter.
Yeah.
When did you realize that you had it in yourself? Songwriting and of course music production.
Yazi, since Intwana, there was a guy in my hood worked to Peter Sokela. He had this cultural group like Bombo Ngeningema, Boma Sarafina. We used to sing, dance and act, you know. Moy River Cultural Group, yeah. And then there was a pastor called Winston Jackson.
Oh yeah.
These are the guys who saw something in me. And then they were like, come through, let's do this. And I was like,
my private schools.
Yeah, I want to go Treverton.
Hey, I want Hilton.
I want to way out to Buyekasi. And then you want to sing and it's fresh, you like. And this excrement more cool. I was like, yo, yes, there's something like, yes,
sure,
yeah, let me take it serious. That's how I went to school. But there's a funny story. Ngikamuka eKasi, ngikamuke edladleni ngihlala nogogo. Umama is a domestic worker. Anginafoko. Yabo, kodwa I have a dream.
The pursue music.
Yeah, understand. So through labantu engizimixa nabo kuhlangana ama sendinyana okuregister.
Sure.
Yimi loyana nge DUT angina next. And nakhona lapho besizulele edrobheni necousin yami uMondli Khumalo. Masifika la sibona iboard ethi Academy of Music.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like ngiyangena la mfika. Ngiyangena. Mangena ngifika benza ama auditions and I'm like yeah, I also wanna register.
Yeah.
So I come through.
Oh,
can you sing? Can you play
you
piano?
You sang right there on the spot.
Yeah, I played the piano and I sang. What you are? Yeah, come through.
Hey, man.
Next week, say I register. Angna
yeah, man.
And she was like, "Oh, we do have a Rotary Club.
Oh yeah,
we can give you registration money, but you're gonna have to do well at school.
Yeah.
And get yourself a bursary." That's how I got to DUT.
Wow.
Shapaboma distinction. Angithandi. Angithandi kodwa laphana yabona we used to be senze relationship nama security guards laphana.
So you're just building relationships with everybody.
Besifunda up until 2 in the morning practicing music.
And that's all you did all the damn time.
Yeah, man.
Wow, man, you were so dedicated to this
Worked
music.
hard for this, man.
So now that's why you are here, you know,
Yeah,
and you've been in the game for a very long time, you know. Channel 609 on OpenView HD, otherwise channel 872 on your DSTV or your bouquet. Right now in the studio we've got the super talented Demor, and of course who just told us right now that he actually went and actually studied at DUT, and he actually went on and actually started music with domestic money. You know, domestic money that was actually raised from Ingamula.
Hey,
Mama, you know.
If you have a dream and
Sure.
a vision,
Sure.
it can happen.
Dagape.
You don't need money. You don't need, it has to start with
you as a person. Wow, beautiful words, man. Of course, check is called Under Pressure by Demor. This is such a banger of a tune.
TransAfrica Radio.
Amazing tune, man. Washa. 26 minutes past 10 o'clock Central African time. This is the Friday edition of the Morning Mayhem, right here on channel 609 on OpenView HD, otherwise channel 872 on your DSTV audio bouquet. My name is Thabang Mashile, and of course in the stew we've got the super talented, the co-producer, house music producer, songwriter. This guy is just super talented, man. Is there an instrument that you can't even play, my brother? Like, I'm just worried right now because like I feel like you know everything when it comes to actually music production, brother, man.
Yeah, we play all the instruments, but through the piano.
Okay, through the piano.
If we're programming music, but the instrument that I'm good at is the keyboards.
Yeah.
It's the keyboards,
Well,
the synthesizers.
You're the synthesizer. You're the guy in the background that's like making everything sound nice. You
My
know,
man.
sounding very like combined.
That's the perfect spot because
Sure.
that's where the moolah is.
Oh yeah.
That's where the
Okay.
money
Oh, okay.
is.
Okay. I didn't know. No, you put me on.
behind the scenes, Bob.
So being in the forefront.
I
doesn't
used to
matter.
tell guys that you can go and do your gigs.
Sure.
My spot is the stew.
Sure.
Yeah,
So
that's
you've
where I
always
gig.
been.
But if you want music from me, I'm gonna be. I'm gonna charge you.
Now, Phelps, the one thing that I also understand about you, that since you say that the music, the studio has actually been your gig. You know, like Boosie, Demor, Tembisiete, Libu Matosa, DJ Christos, Elvovo Tirango, Zex Banduini, Zano, Sticks and Bones, and of course, San EL, Les Ego, Non Tukulu, and of course, the list goes on and on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
Who haven't you worked with, my brother?
And I want to take it international now.
Sure.
I want to do some work with Rihanna.
Oh, yeah?
I want to do some work with Beyonce.
Yeah.
If I can get that opportunity, and I'll be like, yeah,
This is the one.
yeah, my work is done.
Yeah.
We kind of did work with Drake on that song Superman.
Oh, yeah.
And the title was changed to Get It Together.
Oh, yeah.
I remember there was
by
some noise about
Boosie.
it, why
Sure,
Boosie
sure.
was in the song and stuff like
How
that.
did that make you feel, actually? You know, that they didn't actually use Boosie's voice in a very big international song.
You know, my brother, the rights to the song are between Solistic Music, which is Black Coffee's camp, and Demor Music,
Sure.
which is Boosie and Demor. We all worked on the deal,
Okay.
including
So everybody was happy.
including Boosie.
Okay.
And you understand. So it shouldn't be an issue because it's more like a cover version.
Sure.
Let's say you wanna re-record a song by some artist.
Sure.
It's a cover version. Let's say you wanna re-release a song by Whitney Houston. Would you call Whitney Houston to come and sing it, let alone that she's late?
Okay.
You understand?
yeah.
It's just an example.
Sure.
Would you call her to come and re-sing the song? Obviously,
Definitely
it's a cover version. You wanna re-release the song.
And
you
can get
want it
somebody
on your
else.
album.
Sure, you
Yeah.
can get somebody else to
Yeah,
sing.
yeah.
Now, looking at the African continent as a whole, because now we as TransAfricaRadio, we broadcast throughout the
Yeah.
whole of African continent.
Yes.
Within the African continent, just looking specifically within the African continent, is there like a specific artist that you want to work with besides from South Africa? Because whether we like it or not, South Africa is part of Africa.
I believe we have something to offer the world.
Sure.
Obviously, Davido is popping. Wizkid is popping.
Sure.
Diamond Platinum.
Sure. Tanzania.
Is popping. Those are the people that come to mind because everybody knows them.
Oh yeah.
But I am a guy that really believes in unearthing talent.
Oh yeah.
I would like to go to an African country and be on my A&R
Sure.
head, you know, and discover something new that people do not know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you're all about that, discovering new talent, you know?
Demor from day one.
Sure.
You know, hence the story I was telling about the guys that I used to work with at DUT and Technical Natal, your likes of Ngubeko, Swazi,
Sure.
and then of course Shota and Coffee.
Yeah.
You know,
And then you decided to actually
you
form
understand
Shana,
all
you know?
those people
Sure.
are big brands. I'm not saying that Demor made those people, but those are the people that I realized these people have something, and I would like to be a part of their journey.
You got money game, young Tolly, you got money game, young Tolly. Anyway, 31 minutes past 10 o'clock Central African time. Come to you on the WhatsApp line and WhatsApp us any questions you might have for the brotherman. All you gotta do is just simply WhatsApp us on +27 7925 44329, or simply tweet us at TransAfrica872. And yes, of course, you can CC at The Real Mashile. There's a track that Demor did. He featured Black Coffee and of course Boosie and Zakes Bandwini. Number track is called The One. Every time I listen to this track, I'm like, the production and like everything about this track is just ihlangene mntakapi ngithola ihlangene. I'm like, bruh, you're very talented, my brother.
Thank you very much.
Very talented, my brother.
Thank
Very, very, very talented. To do the best and of course to do the most and turn it all the way up. This is the Morning Mayhem. Good morning.
TransAfricaRadio.
What a beautiful track, man. Demor team up with Black Coffee, Boosie, and of course Zakes Bandwini. This one, number track is called The One. Can't get over this track. 35 minutes past 10 o'clock Central African time. This is the Friday edition of the Morning Mayhem right here on TransAfricaRadio.mobi. You can also join the party on channel 609 and OpenView HD. Otherwise, channel 872 on your DSTV audio bouquet. And of course, a big shout out has to go out to you for actually tuning in and of course choosing me to actually keep you company between now and of course 11 a.m. CAT. It is the third and final hour show. And of course, right now in the stew, we are joined by one super talented guy in the very stew, and it goes by the name of Demor. Now, Famzo, one thing that I also realized about the name Demor is that it actually means that dreams equals miracles over reality.
Yes, sir.
How did that come about, my man?
Hey,
that is
it's just like Shana. Shana is called Shana because we were like, hey, Shanam, yeah, because we were buddies.
Oh yeah,
we were friends,
sure.
You know. But I went back home and I was like, yes, we gotta give a meaning to this.
Like a proper meaning.
Yeah,
to this,
and then I started breaking it down and I was like, simply hot and naturally African.
Yeah.
And it kind of described the sound that we were about. You know, we were about Africa. We were about our roots.
Sure.
You know, mixing the old and the new.
Sure, and just bringing them together.
And back then, when we were doing it, it was called, you know, your music is too regional. But I am surprised now, like it's mainstream.
Yeah.
You know, so we laid a brick there, and then Demor, it's the same thing. You know, I grew up in Moy River, they were calling me Demor.
Okay.
And then when I went to DUT, Technical Natal, I would lose all my songs there.
Yeah.
Because Demor is a demo.
Oh,
There's
it's a
too
demo,
many
yeah.
demos. I decided to add an R. And then people kept on asking me, what does it mean?
Yeah.
I had to do the Shana style. I had to do the same thing. I gotta break it down. Dreams equals miracles over reality. You know, because you know, I'm that guy.
You're
man.
that guy.
You know,
man.
now I believe if I have a piece of bread,
Sure,
we all must eat.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean?
And it's
We must
funny
share.
how not everybody in the music industry has your kind of mentality.
Not at all. It came as a shock to me because there are some of my friends are like that. I'm like, dude, you get a piece of cake, share. Most of the dudes don't share.
They don't share. They just keep it to themselves, you know?
Yeah,
they just keep it to themselves.
It depends on how you were raised.
Sure. Mtakapi, I just want to take you back to the days of Shana.
Yeah.
Probably one of the biggest groups out here in Africa. You know, you guys did the most, you know, and you came with your own flavor.
Yeah.
And one thing that I also realized that apparently your grandmother was a traditional healer, you know? So you took that African sound from her that actually is the one that actually inspired you to actually keep on pushing this African feel sound. Man, I gotta do my research, boy. I got to.
My grandmom was a traditional healer.
Yeah.
As you can see, I'm rolling with my daughter here.
Yeah.
She's 4.
Okay.
And that's how my granny used to roll with me.
Oh yeah, at a very young age.
Yeah,
she
like
put you on.
She would go to these Sangoma events, and then I would be so fascinated. They are singing, they are dancing,
and they
it's
enjoy.
It looks nice.
Yeah.
This is nice. And then when I started recording music, I remembered these melodies.
Oh yeah.
And then I wanted to change the game. I
Sure.
wanted to bring this Africa to the world.
Sure.
You know,
Sure.
I would go back home during school holidays and be like, "Great, Coco, can you sing a song for me?" She'd be like, and then I would bribe her with
Yeah.
nice things like chocolates. Chocolates. And then she would sing. And then I would record the stuff, go back to the Technicon, re-record it.
Yeah. Wow, man. Wow, man. That is really, really
It's
amazing.
fascinating.
Very fascinating.
Yeah.
Very fascinating.
Yeah.
Was there ever a point where you guys decided, you know what? We just want to go our separate ways as a group. You know? Was there ever was that decision made? Like, was it a mutual decision between every member within the group?
It's funny you ask. As Shana as a group, we've always been independent.
Okay.
This
okay.
independent thing is not new.
Okay.
We were doing it
way before
in the 90s.
Yeah.
Because nobody wanted to sign us.
Oh.
We were sounding too regional.
Okay.
Remember,
Yeah,
when TKZ was hot, Mandoza was hot.
Sure.
We were singing these Zulu traditional melodies. Nobody wanted to sign
Sure.
us. So we had to learn how to do it ourselves.
Sure.
Yeah. And then we moved to Joburg. Nobody wanted to sign us.
As well.
Still. You understand?
I'm sure
Up
that
until we met DJ Christos.
Oh, okay.
And then it was like, he was blown away
Yeah.
by our production and the way we did things.
Yeah.
Like we would record, manage, market ourselves. And then that's when things started to change because he put us under his wing
Yeah.
and then things started to change.
Yeah.
So we released hit songs, but no platform to sell them back then. You understand?
I understand. I
Yeah.
understand.
Up until 2008. When we got to Joburg, Coffee was like, you know what? I see other guys, the other DJs like Yo Fresh, Yo Oskido are releasing compilations.
Yeah.
Can you guys allow me to also do the same? And
Yeah.
we were like, cool.
Do your own thing.
So his brand as a DJ grew
Yeah.
and Shana was growing.
Oh.
You know,
So things happened
So
simultaneously.
By 2008, it was very difficult to get Coffee to come to the studio and
Because he was always
And
busy.
then Shana ended up being 2 members, and it did not feel right.
Yeah.
And then we released our 2008 album, and that's the last album we
That you
released
guys
as
released,
a
yeah.
band. But we never sat down and say, you know what, guys, we're disbanding.
Okay.
No.
Okay. It was just everybody
It was
just pushed
like,
their
that
own
was
thing.
the last album.
Yeah.
It didn't do well.
Yeah.
It had hits.
Yeah.
I've never seen gold in my life.
You've never seen gold in your
I've
life.
never seen gold in my
No
life
way.
as a producer, but I've seen gold in my life producing for other people.
Shucks.
You know what
Man,
I mean?
how does that make you feel though as a producer? Because now, at the end of the day, you spend so much time investing in your craft, you know, and making sure that the sound is quality at the end of the day, you know. And it's quite sad because now, when you produce for other people, hey man, they're receiving gold. But hey, on my hand, nothing is happening.
That's the Shana story.
Sure.
I mean, like, Shana has assisted a lot of artists.
Sure.
I can name them, but I don't want to.
You know what? Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay.
You know, assisted a
It's
lot
okay.
of artists. You know, we've given platforms to a lot of artists. But as Shana, as a group,
Sure.
we've never had that pleasure of lifting up
A gold plat.
Yeah,
That is
platinum.
man.
But the artists that we introduced,
Yeah.
you know, yeah, that's the story. Maybe it's because we've always been independent. You know, sometimes if you're independent, you lack some
Sure,
other
sure,
skills.
sure.
But look at where we are now. Look at the artists that we have created careers for.
Sure.
So it's all worth it in the end.
Now, Femzo, I want to take you back to 2006 when you actually discovered Boosie, you know? And seeing Boosie, and she's actually worked with a lot of people. You, Black Coffee, and has also worked with the likes of Heavy K. And of course, everybody, the likes of Louis Vega as well, you know?
Yeah.
And now, when you look at an artist like Boosie, and when you look at the fact that, you know what, you are the one that actually came through and, of course, that discovered Boosie, how does it make you feel, bro?
It makes me feel like I've achieved something. And I am very content with that she is now a star and celebrated, and
Sure.
everyone wants to work with her.
Yeah.
You know, and one thing that I also do, I don't only give people opportunities, I also nurture them into running their own things.
Oh
'Cause
yeah,
we might
yeah,
not
yeah,
be
yeah,
together.
yeah, for a very long time.
You know,
yeah.
and which is the case with Busi.
Sure.
She now runs her own record
label.
label, and she learned every skill from me.
Wow.
You understand?
Sure.
And I am only happy if a person comes back and say, you know what, Demor, thank you very much
Sure.
for everything you've done, your contribution and stuff. And you know what is painful? When you get some of these artists doing interviews and it's all about me,
Themselves.
me.
And they forget who
Then
actually
that-
made them.
You know, to be honest, that really hurts. You
Sure.
know, it used to happen back in the day a lot.
Yeah.
Let's say you produced a song, a hit song for an artist that
Sure.
was completely dead, and you brought them back to the game, and then when they're up there, you know,
They forget.
not a single shout out
Shucks.
to the man behind the keys.
Man. Hey man, I wonder how would that make me feel as another person. Probably I'll be that person like, you know what? I am Lord. I'm just tired. I was a jan, but I'm that kind of person. And for you to not be that kind of person, it shows the kind of person that you are, my man. You know, and I respect you for that. You know, I really, really respect you for that. You know,
you,
after
brother.
this interview, I feel like I know you, bruh. Like I feel like I know you, know, even though like still there's a whole lot of things that I don't know about you.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the Morning Mayhem right here on TransAfriCaradio. Getting some exclusive news right here on the station of the gods. And of course, right now you've got a brand new track, Team Up with Sobs, and of course, Pagas. Number the track is called "I'm Still Breathing." Please tell us about this track.
I went to Durban, visited the boys in their studio,
Sure.
Kwamashu,
Oh,
Ekas.
Sobs.
Yeah, and they were like, "Rotman, listen to this beat," and then I was like, "Yeah, this is nice.
Yeah.
I want this song on
Yeah.
my album." Because I'm working on an album, it's
Sure.
called The Put On.
They put on, yeah.
Yeah, well, so now we're putting each other on.
Okay,
So
okay.
let me also put on the producers.
Yeah.
There's no, I don't need to prove myself anymore as a
You've
producer.
been in the game
You
for a
know,
very
let
long
me
time.
let me pull this producer,
Sure.
dude. Let me pull this vocalist. Because they work as a team.
Sure.
And then I had an idea. I'm still breathing.
Yeah.
Because when that song happened,
Sure.
I was down. I was
Oh, yeah?
really, really down.
Oh,
Things
yeah?
were not working out for
Oh
me.
yeah,
and
yeah,
then,
yeah.
like,
Sure.
you know, I need a song that's gonna motivate me
Yeah,
as well.
sure.
So hence I'm still breathing.
Wow. 47 minutes past 10 o'clock Central African time. Like I said, this is the Friday edition of the Morning Mayhem right here on the station of the gods. And of course, the only radio station that blesses you with 100% African music. In the stew, we've got the super talented Demor. And of course, right now, he's got a brand new track. And the track is called I'm Still Breathing, coming up immediately after this.
Trans-Africa Radio, made in Africa.
Some brand new music right here on TransAfricaRadio.mobi. It's actually music brought to you by Demor, Team Up with Sobs, and of course Pagas on this one. Number the track is called I'm Still Breathing. And of course there is actually that beautiful message behind this track. And Bitterman actually alluded to the fact that he was actually feeling very down when he was actually releasing this track. And yeah, it's actually featured on his upcoming album, which is actually called The Put On. When can we actually expect the album?
The album is out on the 29th of this month. And then on the 15th, we will be putting up a pre-order on
Yeah.
iTunes and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, and so in the album, since you say that it's all about putting people on, who are you putting on the album?
On the album, we are actually putting each other on.
Okay.
You know, I decided to collaborate with young artists. You know, I have Sun L there.
Talented
He has a huge hit now.
Ooh, Agana Mali.
Agana Mali. And he's actually the producer of my track Cliche.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So twice
Wow.
in a row. You know,
Wow.
like last year he had a hit song Cliche.
Wow.
This year it's Agana Man.
So clearly this
You
guy
know.
is talented.
You know.
I know
you
Demor.
one day people will give me props for
Sure,
identifying
sure,
talent
sure.
and actually take your time
Sure.
in nurturing that talent.
Sure.
And then just release it. And then that boy has a future. There's also Known to X, amazing
Also
vocalist
featured
on
on
Cliche.
Cliche.
There's also Less Ego, amazing vocalist on Cliche. You know, you see what I'm doing?
Yeah, putting people on.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And there's Sobs and Paras on I'm Still Breathing. Yeah?
Yeah.
There's Ndile and Target on that Gom song.
On that
Gom is
Gom
not
song.
my stuff.
Sure. But
we
are shy now.
It's their stuff.
We are shy
it's
now.
called being versatile.
Okay.
And respecting the art.
Sure.
Because if you go to the townships, people rock with Gom.
Sure.
So ngubani mina ngizozitshela. You know what I mean?
Sure.
There's quite a lot of guys. There's also Zakes Bantwini. We putting each other on.
Sure.
You understand? He was like cool in doing a verse on that Gom track. I was like, let's change the game. Let's do this thing. Let's help these young guys. So the album is called The Put On, and I'm gonna be touring all over the country promoting it, and I'm gonna be bringing some of the guys that are featured on the album. There's also another young talented female artist. Her name is Nana Atta. She's amazing. Track number 1, you'll be listening to Nana Atta.
Sure.
There's DJ Mees who produced Koze Guse for Mondli.
For Mondli.
Yeah. He did a track for me on the album. Yeah. There's DJ SK. He won ones and twos last year. He's on a song called Isola. I collaborated on production with him, and then brought another female artist called Amanda on the vocals. People are going to be surprised by the album. It's a hot album. If you love your music, you respect your music. You need to get this album.
Definitely for
Demor,
sure.
The Put On, 29 September, 15th of September, we're doing a pre-order. Yeah. You just need to grab it.
That's it. Mtakapi, thank you so much for coming through, Mtakapi. It's actually been an honor, and we actually received a WhatsApp text message here. I don't know where this one is actually coming through from. This person actually comes through and says, I'm loving the Morning Mayhem show. You guys keep inviting great and of course inspiring people on the show. Salute. #TransAfricaRadio. So shout out to you, man. But before I let you go, I got to ask you $1 million question.
Yeah.
At TransAfrica Radio, we play 100% African music.
Yeah, man.
And what are your thoughts when it actually comes to that?
It is beautiful. I think we have an opportunity, we have a platform, which is TransAfricaRadio. We need to make sure that we use it. We're taking African music, Africa to the world. Because a person streaming, a person listening via DSTV on the internet, they can actually listen to our sounds and who knows? We can collaborate and make money.
Sure.
The guys in the US are lucky that they can make money, their economy and stuff. So we need to jump into that, Stop calling me and you want me to go and perform for Mahala if you want it at the best show. You know what I mean?
People must start paying,
It's all about money. We want money.
What the man?
We want the man.
Demor, and of course he's about to leave the building. And right now he's got a track team up with Sobs, and of course Zakes Bantwini and DJ Target non-delay. The track is called Tanana. That's it. Even when it starts with it's like that song that gets you in the mood.
It's the summer.
So Christmas is coming, basically.
Yes.
Thank you, brother, for coming through.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much.
Really appreciate. And then I hope to visit African countries.
Sure.
We've done Angola a lot. We would like to go to Tanzania, Malawi,
Sure.
We are one. We are Africans.
Sure.
We need to unite, collaborate,
Definitely,
and do things for ourselves.
Definitely for sure.
You see the mines, the gold, the platinum, the coltan, Maselula, Ipumaleka.
Sure.
So we need to collaborate and
Definitely for sure.
Africa is huge, man.
Africa is one, my man.
Yeah.
One voice, one Africa. TransAfrica Radio. Have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful weekend. But by any everybody, have yourselves a wonderful weekend. Tanana is the name of the track. Aziwege.
TransAfrica. This is TransAfrica Radio.